Hello, everybody. Welcome to this session. It's a live social stream previewing key elements at the SMPTE Media Technology Summit that will be held in Hollywood, California, the 16th through the 19th of October. We do hope you will be there. Um, I just want to take a couple of minutes to introduce myself and do a little bit of housekeeping, if you don't mind. I am Joel Welch of Macklin LLC, and SMPTE has been kind enough to allow me to uh, be here to help the session along. As I said, I do have some housekeeping. First of all, it's very important that you take the opportunity today to register for the summit. Registration is open, and you can click that QR code there, and it will bring you to the registration page. You just enter your information, it'll guide you along, and then you'll receive a confirmation. So please, please, please be at the technology event of the industry. It's been around for many, 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 many decades, and is one of the most important technology events in the media and entertainment industry. Now, as I mentioned, our speaker is Dr. Michelle Wright. And Michelle and our president, Renard Jenkins, were featured in a recent article. And that article was in the publication called Polite on Society, I believe. And Michelle will correct me if I'm mistaken. But now it is my pleasure to introduce Michelle. There you are, Michelle. Hello, how are you?
I am doing great, Joel. Just excited to be here.
Great, great, great. Well, we're happy to have you and to tell us a bit about what you're working on. Give us a preview of the MTS, and if you don't mind, would like to start off with the MTS. And I noticed that there is something called the what is it? The color bar at MTS. What's that about?
So anytime I hear the word color bar, I get so excited because as many of you all are aware, SMPTE is renowned for its global development of its famous color bars, as well as the time cards, which help to lay the groundwork for modern film and television production, as well as standards facilitating the creation, delivery, and display of movies and shows today. But I do want to take a moment to focus more on SMPTE's game changing color bar. The color bars was created, as many of you know again, in 1978 and standardized test patterns for film and television colors. So this meant that filmmakers and television makers could maintain accurate colors regardless of the display. And so we're excited because this year the color bar actually turns 45 years old. So we're excited to celebrate that at MTS. And the icing on the cake, not just with our color bar turning 45 years old, but at this year's Media Technology Summit, and this is going to take place October the 16th through the 19th in Hollywood, California. But there's going to be a first of its kind physical SMPTE color bar and lounge. And again, this is in celebration of the color bar turning 45 years old. This huge milestone of our color bar. And so it's exciting and it's going to be a great opportunity and a great place and space for people to network and catch up with old colleagues. So we encourage you to dare not miss this opportunity. And I know there's a QR code that you have shared. So it's also not just our color bar, so much more that's going to be new and novel at this year's Media Summit, Tech Summit. So we're just excited about that.
Terrific. Terrific. What else is going on? Let's see. Looking through the list of events there at MTS, and I see a Solutions Hub Emerging Technologies Showcase.
Yes, absolutely. So that's something else that's going to take place. That's actually going to take place on October on the 17th and 18th. And what's unique is that this showcase will focus on solutions to some of the industry's biggest issues. The Emerging Tech Showcase would also feature special floor sessions, which will include topics focused on media production innovations, cloud based workflows, next gen displays, web based production tools, and also HDR and WCG production, among other topics. The showcase will also include real case studies and cases where the audience themselves will have an opportunity to interact with the speakers and experts. They be able to ask questions, ask for advice or guidance, as well as just share their own experience. There's also the SMPTE Spectrum, and this is going to be a space that's dedicated to color science of digital cinema. It's going to include fields such as color grading, reference displays, electronic image sensors, and scopes. And we are also excited to share solutions for on set virtual production. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge SMPTE's Rapid Industry Solutions, also known as our RIS initiative, which brings together the best minds in the industry and has an on-set virtual production arm focused on interop project sprints. And this is going to include camera and lens metadata, camera tracking, and color management, in addition to a education work stream, which would include interactive wall chart, resource grant, and other educational programming. And additionally, there is the Open Service Alliance, OSA arm of RIS, with a special focus on the Katina work stream. And so Dr. Ryan Hendricks and his team are just doing a superb job in leading and overseeing SMPTE's RIS initiative. So we're real excited about that as well.
Terrific. Yeah, we just had Chris Lennon and Stan Moot from IABM. They did a OSA, actually a Katina webcast for SMPTE. So it's kind of interesting to see what progress that group has made. And you mentioned the floor sessions. If I understand correctly, the floor sessions are new this year, are they not?
Yes, which is again one of many other reasons to attend this year MTS.
Mm-hmm.
There's also going to be inclusion of other very unique and exciting MTS experiences where attendees can actually choose their own adventure this summer, whether they want to earn, whether they want to grow, whether they want to view. As far as earn, that's a unique acronym for enlarge already robust network. And this is going to be a track for people who are seeking to take advantage of SMPTE's networking events, such as our receptions, coffee breaks, our color bar that I mentioned earlier, our solution hub. And it's also a great opportunity to meet new people and expand your network. You may also be a person who wants to grow, and that acronym stands for gain real on site work experience. And who does not want to grow? So, this is a track for those seeking to expand their technical expertise. And they will have an opportunity for those who want to grow to attend as many sessions as they can and to actively participate doing sessions in the Solution Hub and doing offsite trips. This is also a great opportunity to learn something new about the industry. And last but not least, we may have participants that want to view, and that's visit innovative experiences with us. And this track is for those who want to enjoy the summit at their own leisure. They can participate in networking and technical events equally. So, whatever your appetite is, we have it on the menu at MTS. All you have to do is register. I know that you share the QR code right here above me and just show up and indulge. We do want to encourage you to come on and take advantage of us and have an experience like never before.
Absolutely. One of the premier educational and networking events in the industry. We always say that the attendees at the Media Technology Summit are typically, many of them are in the C suite,
Yes.
and they are the people that folks would like to get an appointment with but can't. Well, this is an opportunity to not only get an appointment with them but to talk to them in a more informal environment.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that does separate us from any other
Mm.
conference. So if you're interested in connecting and networking with that level of executives, you will find that no other than our conference, MTS.
I think another differentiator for the MTS is that this is one of the last truly peer-reviewed technical programs. The papers go through a very, very tough review, feedback, rewrite, and review process with the program committee. So again, you can guarantee that the technical content is top quality, and the other activities are valuable and rewarding. Speaking of the other activities, the title of this live stream is Raising the DEI Bar.
Mhm.
And as I understand it, there are DEI activities at the MTS. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. And we are so ecstatic to announce that there will be two highly anticipated sessions on diversity, equity, and inclusion at this year's Media Technology Summit that will take place concurrently. And this is going to take place on Tuesday, October the 17th. The first one is actually being led by SIMPT's very own esteemed president, Mr. Renard T. Jenkins himself. And this particular session will spotlight the notable achievements of diverse individuals who have recently completed or submitted work that advances the industry and who exemplifies inclusivity in action. And this session will consist of a series of short presentations about their work and what they see for the future of the industry from their vantage point. So we're very, very excited. Again, that's going to be led by our own president, who is very, very committed to DEI, as well as our own executive director, who's also committed. So you don't want to miss that. And this session will be immediately followed and complemented by another session, DEI session, that's going to be led by SIMPT's newly established Women Leadership Forum that's currently being called Inclusive Collective. And this is a gathering of professional women representing people at all stages of their professional career, from entry level again to C suite. And the participants include people of multiple races, ethnicities, and global distributed in an effort to begin embracing professionals who were often overlooked or added to the conversation as a tick in the box rather than for their expertise, experience as the focal point. So doing MTS this year, this women-led panel would technically focus on industry trend statuses such as storyteller narrative in virtual production and the cost of technology in virtual production. So we look forward to providing more information in the coming days on both of these events. So just check back and visit SMPTE.org and don't miss again everything that we have lined up for this event. It's going to be so exciting.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm curious, with the DEI activities at the MTS, what does success look like? How do you see? How would you say? That that was those were successful.
To me, success is understanding that diversity, equity, inclusion is not a check in the box for SMPTE, but rather a way of life for us. Because being the global society for media, television industry, in film and television, we have a diverse group of individuals from all walks of life, from different types of demographics, not just race and ethnicity and socioeconomic background, but people from different parts of the world, uh, people from different unique parts of the industry. So success to me is making sure that everybody feels that they invited to the table and can partake in the menu that SMPTE has to offer. That's success to me, and be able to bring their opinions, bring their backgrounds, and feel value again being at the table. So that's what we want. And we want this to not be the unique exception, but the rule for generations to come.
Absolutely. As we discussed, or as I mentioned the other day when we were talking, those differences are absolute gifts, and regardless of the differences, we need them. They enrich our world, enrich our lives, and as I said, embrace those gifts. Please embrace those gifts. Um,
Absolutely.
let's see. I have one more question. There are a lot of things, a lot of activities and events, including the DEI activities at the MTS. But um, is there a session or a couple of sessions that you consider to be especially exciting or innovative or different?
Yes, and again, going back to DEI, like I mentioned, we have the session that be led by our president, and the one as well with inclusive collectives. I want to tie in a question that I see about sessions focus on students or both, and how to keep the fresh faces in the industry. We continue to focus on students, and one of the initiatives we are doing currently from a DEI perspective is at historically Black colleges and universities. We have actually visited Clark Atlanta University and doing different initiatives that we plan on bringing to future media technology summits, as well as an exciting event we have coming up next February that I do want to take a moment to talk about, and that is the Power of Color Symposium. We at SMPTE continue again to engineer some exciting novel initiatives beyond what we are doing now, beyond MTS. And this symposium is going to take place in Atlanta, February the 6th through 7th of 2024. And it's going to be a first of its kind national event that will focus on DEI and explore the art, science, engineering, the business aspect related to various aspects of color in the film, television, animation, and gaming industry. including considerations such as diverse hues, eye color, human features, even the impact from an AI perspective. So we are excited about that. So if you want to see what we are doing in the community, in the industry, for students at MTS and beyond, just continue following us on SIMTY.org for some very, very exciting updates. But now it starts at MTS. So you have to join us. Again, it's going to be in October. You do not want to miss it. Whatever you are looking for, it will be at this year's MTS.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking to see if we have any additional questions from our guests, our audience. I don't see any yet, but let's pretend this is close to the end of the session, and maybe a couple will pop in. Do you have any closing words, any final words that you'd like to share with our audience?
I'm always excited to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of SIMTY. If you think about it, technology never stops changing, and neither does SIMTY. The society continues to not only set the bar, but raise the bar. And we're talking not just in color, but in DEI and beyond. And as we continue as a society to forge new paths in the film and television industry, we look forward to you not only joining us this year again at MTS, October the 16th through 19th in Hollywood, but at other events such as the Power of Color Symposium and other events we have going on. So I'm excited about SIMTY's commitment to DEI and our initiatives that we are doing as far as membership, education, sponsorship, again, in DEI business development and beyond. And as I continue to say, the best is yet to come for SIMTY, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And thank you, and thank you for your continued support to all our SIMTY supporters, our members, and those that touch SIMTY in some form, shape, or color from a bar perspective. Let's all continue to raise the bar together.
Thank you, Michelle. From a personal perspective, I want to say how wonderful it is to see you leading the business development and outreach efforts for SIMTY. I think that you are contributing just great things to the future of SIMTY and making terrific changes. So thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And that means a lot to me. And I just want to take a moment too to say kudos to the SIMTY family
Mm.
because it does take a village, and we're stronger together than we are separate. And our team is just doing a superb job, as you will see again at MTS 2023 in October.
Very good. I do want to take this opportunity to remind our guests that this is one in a series of previews of the Media Technology Summit that will be happening in October. The next one will be next Tuesday, and the topic will be a preview of a technical session or actually a whole day of technical sessions being chaired by Thomas Kernan and Yevgen Kostekovich. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Yevgen, if that is not how you pronounce your name, please, please, please forgive me. I do want to take this moment also to remind folks, even though you have that QR code up there, register today for the conference. You don't want to miss it. Again, it's been around for almost as long as SIMTY has been around, and this is the premier technology event. So please be there, and if you will take care, join us next time, and we'll hear from Thomas and Yevgen. Thank you, Michelle, and everybody. Hope you have a good day. Thank you for joining us today. The live stream will now end.